to a Little Knitty podcast. My name is Maribel.
I'm Jen.
And today we are bringing you our holiday Christmas episode.
Yes, it's almost here. Yeah. It's what, 17 days?
Yes, so today is December 8th, 2022. I almost said 2023.
I feel you.
Not there yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, it's been a while. I have been like nonstop sick, so I'm still a little nasally.
Yeah.
But we finally got back together.
Yeah. And I've been nonstop sick too, but we haven't been near each other, so we had our own like separate illnesses that were just taking us out constantly. So yeah, it's nice to
finally do another episode.
Yeah.
And if you've come into the shop and let us know that you've watched our podcast episodes, thank you so much.
It has been so much fun to talk to people who are like, we saw your show. And yeah, like, it's just thank you. Because for us, this is kind of like we're just doing it for each other. And if somebody watches it, that's great. And so it's been really fun to talk to people. So, yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to talk about what we're working on or what we've done first?
So, right now, I don't really have much on the knitting needles because I'm doing a test knit that I don't think I can talk about, which sounds like so super secret agent, but it's just, I didn't check to see if that was authorized. But I've been knitting these little cup holders, and so I wanted to show these because I've made about 20 of these, and I just wanted a small little gift I could give to teachers, and both of my children are now in middle school and high school, and so when I say teachers, I say 6.
All of them.
Yeah, 6 per kid. And so, yeah, like that's a lot. So I wanted to do something small. I just ordered some hot cocoa off of Amazon. I've been talking about Amazon a lot today.
So that, you gotta thank your delivery driver.
Yeah, that's what I just did. I thanked my delivery driver on my device. And anyway, so I got little hot cocos that I'm going to put in here and, you know, maybe even put it in like a cup or something. But because I have a lot of these for the shop, and they're really easy to knit. They're a fast knit. We'll put the link to when I say we, I mean her. We'll put the link to the pattern because it's a free pattern that I wrote. Pretty easy, simple, just little bits and bobbles of yarn. I mean, I think you need like 3 grams of each of the contrast colors, and you know, you just don't need much yarn at all. So yeah. So and then a cute little button.
Whee! It's very so this is actually a little bit darker red, but it's very like Christmas / Grinch.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's exciting. I did not mention this to you, but I bought this yarn to make Grinch head warmers. So it was like green on this side and red and white on this side. And I was doing it on 9-inch circulars. And it was cramping my hands. And I was like, I'm over this. So I ripped it out and started and turned all the yarn into cup holders. So it was Grinch inspired. We do have kits here in the shop. We have 2 kits left. I am out of, and it's back ordered, the red. So I substitute in cranberry, which is very close, but not quite as bright. And then the Grinch color is there. I like this instead of being like a traditional green. Yeah. But you could use any yarn you have laying around too. So, it's a free pattern.
And the kit comes with 4 buttons.
Oh yeah. And 4 of these buttons. So the cute little, she told me where the camera was, and I still don't pay attention. I'm like, what is it over here? Anyway, so like, you know, you always have somebody on your list, like my mailman, my UPS guy has been really awesome to me lately, and like circling back if I'm not here, like when I'm coming late, he'll circle back and bring me my stuff. So everybody's getting one of these this year. Because they were super easy also to knit when my brain was kind of foggy from being sick. Just my brain wasn't working. So I've just been making a million of those. I crocheted up a few too, but I didn't write that pattern.
Just the knit one.
Yeah. The crochet like makes me hurt in my arms, so I didn't crochet very many. But yeah, like I don't have many projects on the needles right now. Well, okay, I have a lot of projects on the needles. I just don't plan on finishing those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really don't have much right now.
I'm really just working on one thing. So let me show you my bag. This is from the Crafty
Crafty Little Fox.
Little fox.
Yep.
So cute. It's like, I love it. It's got that wax canvas to it and a little handle. I got it here at a little Knitty, but I think you just sold out of your bags.
Yeah, I have 2 of those nylon ones left, but I don't have any of the wax canvas.
But they are amazing.
Yes.
So,
but you can look her up on YouTube, not YouTube, Instagram, or her, I believe she has an Etsy, or maybe it's just her direct. But just Google That Crafty Little Fox.
Yep.
And
I'll put links down below.
Oh yeah, we have her. So yeah, it's just a great way to support somebody local because she is in Puyallup, I believe. So yeah.
So the only thing I've been working on, which Jessica, who is comes in for Sit and Stitch, thinks it's so funny. Anytime I'm like, I don't want to knit on a project anymore, I don't like rewind it into balls. I just start knitting directly from the project.
I call it cannibalizing because she's literally like taking this almost fully made sweater and ripping the yarn out of it to make another sweater. So
it was an Althea sweater. It was in the Pom Pom magazine. I had knit it all the way. I think I just needed the ribbing on the bottom, and then I needed to pick up for the sleeves. But now it's gonna be.
So you told me what? So you didn't remember what needle size you were using? Okay, I just couldn't remember why you didn't finish it.
Yes, so it was in hibernation for a long time. Right. Okay. Because I am such a process knitter. I don't need the product. I just love knitting. Yep. So I forgot the needle size that I was using.
Okay. And it just wasn't worth it. It just wasn't.
I didn't feel like.
Yeah, the finished object wasn't worth figuring all that out.
Yes, and maybe one day I'll knit it again. Mm-hmm. But until then, I decided to make it into a love note.
I love this sweater so much. So if you haven't knit a love note before, I know you have, right?
No.
You have. Okay. So her neckline does look a little ridiculous right now, right? It's like, whoa. But I promise you're going to pick that up. It's going to cinch in and it's going to be stunning. So the first time I knit one, I was like, oh no, like it's going to be, it's going to be like way out here. But you, I don't want to give away too much because it's paid for pattern, but I believe you go down a needle size. And so you're just going to pull all those in. But yeah, it's on some provisional cast on right now. And it's gorgeous.
So I'm using my own yarn. So I dye Rainier Roses yarn, and it's Pillow Talk on the fingering weight and mohair. And I'm using a US 9. I think it calls for a US 10. I just went down needle size, got gauge.
Your gauge is beautiful. Like, it's gonna be absolutely stunning. Yes. And like when you block this out, like
the lace,
it's gonna be look at that. It's gonna be so stunning. Yes. I love it.
But yeah, I just cannibalize all of my projects.
Because I think on our very, very first episode, you were cannibalizing
the Weekender.
The Weekender, yeah. What happened with that? We don't talk about that?
We don't talk about that project anymore.
I'm so mean. Spill all your secrets.
But yeah, I've done this took me 2 days so far. Yeah. I'm a really fast knitter.
So fast.
And yeah, it knits up really fast.
I have one. Oh, it must be someplace else right now.
Maybe at home.
Yeah. Who knows? It's somewhere. Anyway, it's a really fun knit. And you can knit it in, it's right there. I was like, I know it's around here somewhere. But I knit mine in a very stout yarn that's not very floofy, and it came out a very different garment. So like, you can knit this a million times, and just by changing up your yarn will change up the look and feel of the sweater. So this is much more dense than hers. Hers is light and floofy and airy, and I definitely want to knit one that's more like that, because this one is a bit more dense. But every single one I've ever seen, one is beautiful knit on the hanger, and then two, it looks good on every single body. And I love that there's just so many sizes for this one. Like, it's not just, a 30-inch bust or something. It's got a good amount of different sizes to knit. Mine was, is it knit short sleeve or no?
The pattern is written for, I think it's 3/4 sleeve.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And there's a cropped version and a long
sleeve. Like a longer body, too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everything. If you've watched any of these episodes, you know I love cropped and I love short sleeves. So even if the pattern doesn't call for it, I make it that way. So I couldn't remember if it was short sleeve or not. But yeah, like I highly, highly recommend this pattern. I've knit it quite a few times. Because you're knitting at such a big needle gauge size, it knits up in a couple hours. Right? Yeah. Like, I mean, maybe not a couple hours, but you know, like it knits up really fast.
That's really where my attention span is. If I can't finish the garment in 5 days,
it's probably not going to happen.
It's going to get cannibalized.
Yep.
Well, and that's just me. So we said it was our Christmas.
Merry Christmas episode.
I was like, the
Christmas show.
We wanted to show you a few Christmas-y yarns.
Yes.
So I'm gonna start with.
Didn't grab the
the most Christmas.
This one's Hanukkah. Please start with the most Christmassy one.
So I did dye up some kits, and this is called Holiday Cheer. So I've got it in fingering weight, DK weight, and bulky weight.
Okay, this is going to be our picture.
So I dyed up these kits. There's a few in the shop. I think there's only like 2 fingering weight left here.
Yeah, there's not many of these left.
Yes.
Really great for, I mean, let me take over your yarn. Really great for, there's a lot of Christmas sock patterns that are absolutely adorable and look really great. And then the DK version, Chris, who works here, is knitting up this into a stocking, and it is so cute. Did you see? Okay, our podcasts are just going to be all about Jamie Lomax and her
how amazing her patterns are.
Did you see the sweater that she teased today?
I didn't.
It's the holiday doodle. So like her holiday doodle thing is like interchangeable different graphs and charts that you can put like into motifs. Motifs. Thank you. That you can put into like the stocking, the hat, and she shared a sweater today that is so gorgeous. Like so gorgeous.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's good. So these would be absolutely perfect for any of Jamie's patterns.
Yeah.
Did you have something in mind for the bulky, or just like a hat would be really cool?
I did a hat.
Okay.
I will put it in a picture somewhere in here. I actually just finished it.
Oh, okay.
I think it was called the SummerHil hat, and there's a cowl in the pattern too. So I mentioned cowl.
Cool.
And it's written for Aran weight, bulky, and super bulky.
Oh wow.
So all in one.
And as we get closer to Christmas, bulky is the way to go.
Yes.
like just buy the biggest, thickest, chunkiest yarn and make something, because you don't have that many days.
I also finally put these kits together. I think in our first episode?
I think our very first one we talked about, you had just dyed these and you were like, look what I did.
Yes. So this one also comes in fingering weight, DK, and bulky. But
yeah, and you could do really any of those patterns. We have a sample of a faded beanie, which is a free pattern, I believe, on Ravelry. And this would make the most amazing faded beanie. And then you did the
Great Gingham by Jessie May.
Yes, that was amazing too. So there's just so many cool patterns out there that use these mini kits, either fading them, and like these ones, sometimes in a fade you'll like, change every other row, the different colors. These ones you don't have to. You can just go straight from one to the next and the next, just because they fade so perfectly. But there are just so many cool mini skein patterns out there that use, especially this time of year, because there's a lot of advent calendars.
Yes.
And we just like to collect mini skeins. I mean, look at these. Like,
and then I also did this one. It's called Peach Wedding.
This has always been a really popular set. And this is new, right?
This is new.
Yeah. I love that one too.
So, you will be putting them up on the website.
Yes.
Sorry, I volunteered you, but
yes, you will. I just need to get them photographed, but they will be up there, or they've been selling so fast, I was just gonna let them sell through. But no, they will be on the website, and then shop in person. This is also a really great gift idea for somebody who, this time of year we have a lot of significant others who come in and they're like, my person knits or crochets, and usually I ask like what, like socks or but any of these in any of the weights make a really good gift, because then you are kind of giving the gift of like, here, find a cool project with these, or use them for heels, toes, and cuffs, or whatever. But
or if I saw these colors and I thought of you, and reminded of you,
exactly. And then you could always pair it with like a gift card or something if you really wanted to go big. But these just make really great giftables, and even if you're gifting to somebody who's a avid knitter or whatever, they probably don't have this exact thing in their stash, because these are new.
And if you really want them and Jen didn't put them up, you could just email her.
Yeah. Or you can always contact me. But yes, they will be available online.
Yes.
So, I did not grab the Christmas, she makes sense, the things that she picked. I was like, I'm gonna grab this yarn because it's pretty. But this is a new, actually not new, but this is a new shipment, but we've carried night owl fibers before. She does self-striping yarns. I will send you a picture, because at home I have a half knit sock that will show the striping, but the striping is about 4, sometimes 5 rounds of each color, so it's very exact, like
an exact science.
Exact. Yeah, it's amazing how she self stripes. So you can't really tell in the ball like how this is going to knit up, but it is very repetitive, and you can get 2 exact socks out of one ball. So that's just a restock, and we added some new colors because she had a whole bunch of Christmas colorways that I didn't grab. And so there's some, like, if you want to cast on like a Christmas sock, some people do that Christmas morning, and it's kind of fun to like get the Christmassy colors. But yes, what else have you got? Do you have anything else Christmassy?
Just yarn.
Yeah.
I picked up
yarn. So a few new things to the shop. Recently, we went on a little Knitty retreaty. But Maribel couldn't come because she was sick. Yeah. But when we were on our little retreat, Hilda was wearing this cowl that had seagulls on it, which a seagull would come and visit us every morning, so it just tied the whole thing together. His name is Jonathan.
I have a picture of him too. I'll put Jonathan in.
I sent a picture of her. I'm like, even though you're not here, we're gonna send all these pictures on the group chat, and you get to kind of come with us. Yeah. Anyway, yes, Jonathan was adorable, and he would stand above the sign that said "Do not feed the seagulls," and I'm like, but he's looking at me, and I'm eating my breakfast, and this blueberry is kind of soft, so anyway, Jonathan was adorable. But her cowl was knit with the silky merino, and this is from Malabrigo.
So it's 51% silk, 49% merino wool.
Yes, and it comes in either like the highly variegated colors like Anniversario, or the little more subtle colors. I brought in about 12 different colors, I think. It is a 50-gram skein, so it is a little bit smaller than traditional. Malabrigo is usually 100 grams. But it would make just the most luxurious, like, this is a great either gift for yourself or gift for somebody on your list, because it's that silk content that's just going to give it drape, and it's just going to be luxurious. So this is definitely a little bit more of a luxurious yarn, but a great Christmas present, either to make a Christmas present, although we're getting kind of close on making Christmas presents, and that's where the next thing, the bulky. So new to the shop is our new label. Seriously, Jennifer. Square Peg Yarns, and this is my new little baby, and it is dyed for us by a local dyer out of Enumclaw. Heather Ellis Art is our dyer behind these, but I got to name them, and it comes with a little birth certificate. Is this going to be backwards? I don't know. No, this might be backwards. It's not going to be backwards. I was lying. Anyway, it comes with a little birth certificate with its name and its weight and its length and its birth date, and birthplace is Enumclaw. So this is just like, I've been working on this for a while, and this is only going to be found here in our shop and online on our website. But I will, maybe we can link to my blog post that talks about like, because it's
the story behind it.
There's a story behind it, and it's rather cute. So,
Heather did such a great job.
She did.
Like, I kept forgetting to. I think she watches. I can't remember.
She will now.
But I kept forgetting to be like, congratulations! They turned out so good. So
I'm very, very thrilled with like what we'll do with it. You know, like, you know, have some new little seasonal boxes, and we'll have some fun with that. But that is on the bulky vase. That's the bulkier. It's not a super bulky. It's like a bulky. I would say it's a bulky like your bulky is. Yeah. And then super bulky is where we're starting to see all of the sales go, because you want to be able to do things faster or crochet things faster. And so that's where we are seeing the big trend right now is just the bulky yarns. Like we sold a ton of actually bee wool today, which is this yarn, and then Rasta's been really popular too. This was a free pattern that we gave out on Shop Small Saturday. But if you email us, or I don't know if I'll see the comments below, but if you email me at info@alittlenitty.com, I will send you a code to download it for free. So go for it. But it's just a simple little bulky hat.
And super chunky. I mean, this one has a little bit of detail, but I could probably do one in like 3 hours.
Oh yeah. Like it goes really fast, and the detail is very, you know, pretty darn simple. It's not a really difficult one, but you could also just use the bulky yarn to just make a really simple hat, and it would knit up like 2 hours max. Like it just goes so fast, and you're using like, I can't remember if this is 13 or 15, but a really big US needle.
Size.
Yeah, like big. So if you are like, I need to crank out a couple presents for so and so on my list, bulky is the way to go. Yeah, at this point. Oh yeah, and we have Rasta. We have a newer shipment has come in, although we've sold through quite a bit. But there's the like fun and funky speckly ones, and then there's the more solid ones. Yeah.
So these would make great hats too.
Yep, exactly. So about one, unless you're crocheting, you will need 2 skeins for a hat, but 1 skein for a knit hat. Yeah. What else have we got?
So let's do books.
Books make the best gifts.
Yes.
And stocking stuffers, if your stocking's big enough.
This one caught my eye when I saw it. It's just the cover is so beautiful, and I flipped through this, and it's such a pretty book.
It is. I've really been noticing that about a lot of books that are more recently published, is like they're beautifully done too. Like it's not just like, oh, it's a book, you know, and it's more than just a pattern book. I mean, there's patterns in here, but like they just make it like a coffee table book. And I love that this one has some, you know, tips and tricks in it too. But it's not just a pattern book, because, you know, we do get a lot of our patterns online and stuff, but yeah, like the patterns in here are just, I want to knit all of them, which is a problem.
And then I saw this other book. It was so cute.
I know, right? Little knitted animals are also, you can still squeak one of those out before Christmas. Little knitted animals, little crocheted animals are so popular right now. Chris knit that one. She works here in the shop. She knit that one. Isn't that so cute?
They're so
it's
cute.
So cute.
And they, half the time they have, oh yeah, these ones have all the outfits.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can just create the little creature, whichever one you like, and then all of their accessories. like I need a little crossbody bag that matches the little fox's crossbody bag. That's so cute. Yeah. So yeah, like books are always another thing that's like, okay, you know somebody in your life that just has all the things. Like a lot of us have all the things, but books I feel like are always appreciated. So
I got my mother-in-law, so she knits. I got her a Harry Potter knitting book. She loves Harry Potter.
Oh, that's so cool.
And because I'm a yarn dyer, she'll be like, hey, can you do this color? And I'm like, okay.
Yes. Oh, so it's good to be related to you. All right, last on our kind of gift-giving thing here. This one is not listed online because it is a little heavy and a little expensive to ship. So these are available only in store. But today we got 4 of these, which was a big surprise. It was like Christmas because I did not expect to see these before Christmas. So this is the wooden, whoop, over there, wooden handcrafted jumbo ball winder from Likey, and they are 110. They come in either the rosewood, which is the dark Indian rosewood, or the light mango wood. So we have 2 of each of those, and that is always a very popular either send a spouse in and tell them to get you one, or just come in and pick it up.
Yes. And I have one, and it's so smooth. Like, it's better than the cranking ones.
Yeah. And I think the action of, like, it's this winder part is parallel to your surface, and so I think that is easier to like, you know, especially if you're doing lace weight or fingering weight yarn, you're going to be doing it for quite some time, so I feel like that's less of a torque on your wrist than the one that goes this way. But maybe it's less exercise, less cardio, but yeah, those have always been really popular and really well made. I like them.
Yeah. So that, I think, is it.
Is there any dream knitting that you have, like, coming up on the horizon?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That, I think it was the Flora pattern. I bought that yarn last time for Shop Small Saturday. I'll show you the pictures.
Okay.
But,
I'm sure I know what you're
it's on my phone. I'm recording on our phone. So, but it was like the one with the, I can't even describe it, like flower patterns, and then I was debating which.
Is it a sweater?
It's a sweater.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I can't remember who made it.
We'll put it in here.
All the information, but it's dream knitting.
Dream knitting.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll actually cast it on soon, or you're just dreaming about it?
So I did cast it on while I was in Leavenworth, and then my husband got sick, so then I had to take care of him. And so
it's for their anniversary. Like, how sad is that?
Yes. We got the flu while we were in Leavenworth.
Till death do us part, or
sickness and
health.
Yes,
or till death do us part.
It was our 7th wedding anniversary, so yeah. But
lucky 7.
So lucky. So lucky.
So anyway, you cast it on.
I cast it on, and then
it didn't happen.
It's just there.
Okay.
So then I started doing my love note.
Okay.
So I'll come back to it, but it's cast on at least.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
I have a project that I can't remember the name of. This is so bad. Like, I didn't plan on talking about this, but I did mention it in one of our last newsletters, and I will send you the information about it. But it is acting as my little carrot to get everything done, and if I get everything done, like Christmas presents and, you know, like all of the things that I have on my list and this test knit that I'm doing, I'm allowed to cast it on. So, like, it's the yarn is not wound, but I have the pattern, the yarn, and the needles all in a bag by the front desk. And it is getting me to actually finish things, because I know if I get all of this stuff done, I get to cast that on. And I'm really excited about it. So sometimes you just have to bribe yourself. And I mean, I of course could go cast it on right now, right? But like, I'm being a good girl, and it really is helping me to
prioritize your stuff.
And maybe clean up my mounds of yarn at home.
Yeah. I try that, and then I just go, you know what? Because I've already started a project, I'm just gonna go cannibalize it. And it's a new start. And I didn't have to buy new yarn.
I stumbled. I might as well throw myself down the hill.
Off the cliff.
I get you. My daughter humbled me last night. She cleaned the family room, which never happens. I don't know what she wants. But she's 11. So she cleaned the family room, and she took all the different project bags that she found, and she put them on my spot in the living room couch. And I'm like, oh my.
Yeah. I'm glad my kids are 5 and 3, and can't do that yet.
Oh my god, I was so humbled. I was like, oh, I had a lot of project bags, but like, I need to just go through them and like, yeah, pull them out because I'm never gonna finish them. So that maybe I'll tell you next time we film how many I ripped out.
Oh, one time I had 30 whips, and I ripped out 24 of them.
Yes. How many have you got now?
Probably back at 30.
We hope that you guys feel the same way. I know there's some very monogamous knitters out there.
Oh yeah, this would stress them out.
Our lives are very chaotic. But yeah, like I used to be more monogamous, and no. There's so many things I want to knit, and so many cool things, so many cool yarns to use, and I know it's a sickness, but anyway, thanks for joining us, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and whatever you're celebrating, I hope you enjoy it and can get together with family. Yep. We didn't get to see family this year for Thanksgiving because of the sickness. So I'm really excited to see all of my people.
Yep. So we will see you in the new year.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.